What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK back with another one. We're about to talk about Anthony Davis. Has the man put on weight? Is the season cooked? Are we done? Is the season over? Let's get into it. All right, man. As a guy that's going to cover the Dallas Mavericks, I have to be honest about everything that I cover about the Dallas Mavericks. And you already know this topic is a sensitive one due to what has happened last year in regards to trading Luka, due to, him being in shape, him being too heavy, not too heavy, whatever the case may be, right? But we're going to get into the topic that has sparked a lot of debate. You get a lot of people sharing their opinions this way, a lot of people saying things on this end. We're going to find out whether Anthony Davis has put on weight and is he our new Luka, or is it more so due to the surgery? Let's get into it. All right, so here we got Kirk Henderson, man. Yesterday, he ended up posting, is AD looking a little chunky here, right? And when you look at this photo, it might be due to the bright colors of the uniform or whatever the case may be, right? Then when you scroll up, this is Anthony Davis' weight last year. Let me fix this up for you out here. So his weight last year as a LA Laker, he was 253 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, 253 pounds. And then as far as his training camp weight this season, he checked in at 268. He has 268. So he's put on about 15 pounds since last year's training camp. People showing the Nico face. So here's a side-by-side comparison. How does he gain weight as in comparison to what he looked like last year? And honestly, you could take it either way, right? You could say that, yeah, he has. I mean, the freaking training camp report says that he has. He has put on an additional 15 pounds. And then here we go. AD is, here's some footage of AD playing. He looks agile here. So yeah, it brings me back to this. Brings me back to the idea that Anthony Davis had a whole freaking retina surgery earlier this year. And if you don't know what a retina surgery is, here's what I got for you. It says what they do in the surgery, right? They detach the retina using three methods: a gas bubble, some cerebral buckle, I don't know what the hell that is, and a vitectomy. I don't know what that is. But the recovery phase of this surgery that he has is he has to keep his head in a certain position, even face down sometimes. Vision's going to be blurry at first. If there's a gas bubble in the eye, dog, no flying, no heavy lifting, no hard activity until cleared. Eye drops, all that stuff. And then the long-term impacts of that retina surgery include most people will regain useful vision if treated early. Risk include cataracts, high eye pressure, or the retina detaching again. And vision may never be exactly the same. Some blurriness or missing spots can remain. So there said that he couldn't do any activity or anything like that until he was cleared. And if you remember, Mark Stein was speaking about, he wasn't cleared, or he was speculating whether Anthony Davis was going to open the season for the Mavs. And I think honestly, the only reason he's maybe put on weight, he does look a little bit chunkier, is strictly to the fact of this retina surgery. And I think a lot of people aren't informed of what this retina surgery entails. And as you can tell, with an elite athlete that he is, you have to take this stuff very, very serious. You can't just be like the average Joe out here and not listen to what your doctors say. He has to listen to what his doctors say. Now he's going to wear goggles and all that stuff. So as far as how this is being perceived, I understand the ramifications of it, right? I mean, people want to go and look at Nico Harrison and be like, hey, you traded away Luka Doncic because of he's not in shape, because he has all this weight, because of all these conditioning issues. And then Anthony Davis comes into training camp heavier than he was. And so it's just like, you already know, everyone's a little bit bitter. Everyone's a little bit petty. And so things are being taken out of context and things are being said pretty crazy out here, especially on Mavs Twitter. And I do think it's a little bit unfair, right? I have defended Luka in the past, even when he did come into the season a little bit out of shape. But like, he could play into his shape, right? And I think if I was willing to give Luka that bit of grace period and that bit of grace in general, I think it is also fair to give Anthony Davis the same kind of grace, understanding that the surgery is, I don't think, widely known by a lot of people. And when this kind of surgery happens and you don't know what it is, and just because it was done in July doesn't mean he's going to be good to go. It shows you how serious this surgery was and how it impacted him. So don't mind the thumbnail. The thumbnail was just to get your attention. But I think Mavs fans and people in general do need to relax in the way they're talking about Anthony Davis. I do think it's a bit crazy. I do think it's a bit unwarranted. But I understand because of the ramifications of the trade, who was traded, why he was traded, why this has been a bigger issue than it should have been. So that's my take, man. I don't think Anthony Davis is not taking his health serious, his fitness serious, his conditioning serious. He is a professional athlete, and I think he'll be right as soon as the season starts. Give him a couple of weeks. These athletes will get in shape really fast, man. But anyway, man, that was my 2 cents of this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Anthony Davis is just heavy just because he's heavy? He's out here in Texas enjoying some barbecue, Whataburger, all that good stuff? Or do you think it's a product of the retina surgery? Y'all let me know in the comments below. Anyway, man, it's been your boy TGK. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. We out.